I know it's been a while since my last video. I've been pretty busy, but I knew I had to make one soon because I'm trying to beat the full moon. At first I was just going to make this video just about the moon being a possible Mandela effect, but as I did more research into it, I'm not even sure anymore. You know how Mandela effect changes all the pictures of the past, but this one is only a handful that's different from the rest. I do know one thing, it's different. Different for me anyway. There's something definitely strange about it. I'll show you what I'm talking about in a minute. This video is going to go all over the place with random thoughts that comes to mind that may make you question reality. Some not even related to each other. It's just things I want to talk about that's too short to make a video for. First, let's talk about the moon. What I recall from memory, the moon was always in one position. Okay, the last full moon I noticed it rotates, and I don't mean on its axis. It spins, and it's not a random spin. It turns 90 degrees, or very close to it. It slowly turns counterclockwise for the next few hours until it's in its correct position for the rest of the night. You ever notice the moon looks like the yin-yang symbol? That's how I could tell it rotates. I never known the moon to be 90 degrees off while it's rising. Could it be possible I missed the rising of the moon all these years? I don't think so. I look at the moon all the time. You know what else I found out about the moon? Everyone sees the moon at the same time no matter what time zone you're in. Did you know that? I didn't know that. Here's a clip of the moon shot in California by YouTube user Lego Your Ego. The same night I tried to take a picture with my shitty camera, which obviously didn't come out well, but I took my shots as the moon was rising. How is that even possible? The sun is further away. I would think we all would see that at the same time, but we don't. This is really blowing my mind. If you're lucky enough to have clear skies this weekend, check it out and tell me what you think. It's very strange to me. Is the moon rotating in a clockwise pattern, or is it the Earth? Or could it be both? Or could it even be a projection that's hiding what's really going on with the real moon? Who knows? But if it's always been this way, and if the moon do not rotate, that would mean that the Earth is curved. While looking into this moon theory, I happen to be drawn to this SpaceX Starman live feed. I gotta tell you, I like Elon Musk, because if there's anybody to prove we live in a simulation, it would be him. But he's just losing credibility with me now. There's so much wrong with this, I don't know what to even call it. First off, those tires must be solid rubber. It can't be air in there. And the debris in the background, why is it going in one direction? I figure in space it goes in all directions. I don't know, it just seems strange to me. Now look at this one right here. As the sun comes into view, look at the shadow on Starman's arm. At one point it freezes, but the shadow of his helmet still moves. Now here we have a glitch in the matrix. In this clip, the image of the Earth gets distorted as it comes into view. Now let's watch that again, but this time, look at the car. The Earth gets distorted, but the car stays the same. What kind of bullshit is that? More frozen arm shadow. Now there's two things you won't see. The Earth more than 50% dark unless it's a still frame, and the moon. You never see the moon. Now they're killing me with this one. Can someone please help me out with this? How is there a sunrise in space? Now if Elon does prove we live in a simulation, I don't know whether to believe it's proof or not. I know we're in a simulation because these synchronicities with these TV shows and commercials, even if you change the channel, still keeps happening, and I play video games long enough to know glitches when I see them. Those are glitches. Speaking of TVs, I just recently purchased one of those smart TVs. I didn't really want the smart TV, but to get the LED screen, I had to. I bought an LG, so I hooked it up to the internet. And to use the internet, you have to accept the agreement that nobody reads. I scanned through those things. I know it's a complete waste of time. I would never read all that. Who does? But I do look for keywords. Did you know in their agreement you give up rights to your own voice? It says by accepting this agreement, you agree for LG to store and use your voice. Now what can they possibly use your voice for? But we agree to give up that right. I'm assuming that's for people with voice activated remote. I don't have that model, but I'm assuming they use that same agreement for everybody, I guess. No telling what we agreed to for apps on our personal spy bots, aka cell phones. Freedom of speech is still under attack, I see. YouTube user Truth Unveiled 777 channel has been terminated. Get this, they went back to his old videos and hit him with strikes where he totaled 3 and he was terminated. He had over 200,000 subscribers. Just know if you have a channel spreading the truth, be careful or at least beat them at their own game on how you present it, because they will use your old videos against you. It's sad. I'm not a huge fan of Truth Unveiled 777 because he gets too religious sometimes, but his was the first Mandela Effect video I saw, so I check in every now and then to see what he's talking about. Did you hear the latest on David Hogg? Laura Ingraham is the latest victim for criticizing this kid. Anybody that talks about this kid gets in trouble. I believe that's the main reason my last video got pulled. I repeat what I said in that video. David Hogg is being groomed for something. He's going to be your future president. He's already got the hair. You ever notice that all world leaders keep the same haircut for life? Also, when was the last time you seen a bald elected president? I looked that up and this is what I found. Interesting. Speaking of pulled videos, hey, I told you this video was going to be all over the place. I noticed the next video after I post a thank you video gets pulled. That's funny. Maybe I need to stop posting thank you videos. Well, that's not going to happen. Hey, thank you for sharing your time with me. That's all I have for now. I had to get this video out before the full moon. Let me know what you think about that. Have a great night.